Hey guys, this is an earmuff episode. That means we are talking about adult things. There will be naughty words. There will be some things that you do not want your children to hear. Just a warning.
Hey everyone, welcome back
To Mom,
Non-Mom.
I'm Jacki.
And I'm Cassie.
And today we're asking, what do kids eat?
Who knows?
Let's find out together.
Hi! Welcome back to Mom.
Non-Mom.
And we're back.
Yes.
Another episode. We're excited to be here.
Yeah, how have you been, Cassie?
Pretty good. I changed my first diaper the other day.
Oh my gosh.
It's
I
crazy.
can't wait to hear about that.
Crazy story. But we have a special guest.
We have Ari.
Ari, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey, I'm Ariana Brown, and I do comedy, and I'm a mom. I have a kid.
Oh, yay.
So I'm like super qualified to be here.
Perfect,
Of
yeah.
course.
Yes.
That was our question. So we've started this question, like, where do you find yourself on the mom to non-mom scale?
Right.
So-
Yeah.
So you're a mom.
So so I'm a mom, but I only have one 1.5-year-old, so I consider myself like a yellow belt.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
Oh my gosh, I love that analogy.
Yeah, like I can diaper anything, but don't expect me to have snacks.
Okay,
Right.
okay, yeah. Yeah,
That's
don't-
perfect. That's perfect.
I freaking love that.
I'm sitting next to a black belt.
Yeah,
with
I guess
3
yeah.
children.
Would I be a black belt?
Kind of terrifying.
A little bit.
But actually, excuse me, I'm going to talk about my son because I never get to do that.
Yeah, do it.
All about your son.
So my son, he's 1.5 years old now, and his name is Carlo Alexander Toussaint Brown.
Ooh, I love
Oh,
it.
wow.
Yeah, because I was like, you're going to have a fancy name, and then we're going to throw Alexander in there if you can't handle the fanciness of your name. You
Just
can
like
just
a
go by.
fallback.
Exactly. Like if you have to be an Alex, you can be.
Yeah, like if you don't like, yeah, we're struggling with, one of my kids' middle name is Odd, like ODD.
Oh.
And he is fine with it. And then another one, her name is Amberlyn. She hates it. Doesn't like it. Wants to change it. I'm like, you don't ever have to tell anyone your middle name. It's fine. You don't have to talk about it. But like you said, you could, if you don't like those other names, you just go by Alex.
Exactly.
I love that. So my actual name is Cassandra. And I can never find it on pencils anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Ariana, I hear you.
Yeah. Although maybe now I'm a little bit more popular.
I know, like, okay, so you guys know Ariana Grande.
Right.
Yeah.
Ariana Venti.
nice.
Yes.
Love it.
I do love that.
So your son's 1.5 years.
Yes.
Has an awesome name.
Yes.
What's life like?
Okay, so it's amazing and chaotic. I'm actually still a stay-at-home mom. I've been at home basically since I was a server. And then when I was about like 8 months pregnant, I was just too massive and hot to keep going. And then like I actually tried to go back to serving and just going through a shift as a server and then coming home and having to like clean up again and change diapers again. I was like,
Yeah.
No, thank you.
do we really have to send me to work?
Can't we just like swing it that I don't do that?
Exactly. How about instead of working, I just get really good at budgeting?
So I don't know anything about going back to work or leaving work or anything like that. And so is it more cost effective, though, to not work and be a stay-at-home mom, like not dealing with the childcare and all
Right,
that?
exactly. And that's kind of how we've been able to swing it, is that, like he's never been in daycare. So we've never had to pay for that. We've never had to pay for childcare. Like I breastfed for the first year, so we saved a bunch of money on formula. And then, my boyfriend Nate has just been able to like work enough and be good enough at his job that I'm like, all right, I'm just going to sneak on by.
Yeah. It's kind of had like the easiest way for me because I was kind of the same when my kids were little. I didn't work. And well, my husband was in the military, so it was a little bit different. But it just not paying the child care because the younger they
Literally.
are, the more expensive the child care.
Really?
Yes.
Isn't that like the least amount of work?
No.
No?
No, because of the
I watch babies when they're sleeping.
Right. Well, so there's also a lot of rules about how many kids one person can watch.
Oh.
And that changes with age. So one person can watch, let's say, 5-5-year-olds and be fine. But then if you put them with 5-month-old babies, you can't handle 5 of them because like if they need things at the same time, you cannot do it. So it's going to always be more expensive. But I'm definitely getting to the age now where I'm like, All right, kiddo. Let's find you some friends.
Yeah. I would 2-3 is kind of perfect. I know my oldest, we put him in like a part-time daycare thing, like at a church when he was 3, just for the socialization with other kids. Because, I noticed when we'd like go to the park and things, he was not a fan of other children his age. So I was like, maybe we should try to get you socialized because you're kind of a brat around the kids.
Well, no, I mean, it is definitely a learning curve. You know, like kids don't understand how to, well, especially a kid that's only around their parents, only around adults.
Right.
They don't necessarily understand, like, oh, this kid poked me and it hurt. But they were just doing that because, you know, the motor skills are a thing everybody has to learn. So, yeah, definitely going to try to push him out of the nest pretty soon.
Is it different being a mom now? How has your life changed?
All of the ways.
Right.
All of the ways?
Like, okay, so let's rewind to my pregnancy.
Ooh.
Okay,
Tell us.
Right. So I was all right. So even before I got pregnant, I was a server. I'd been a server for years. Like I love serving.
It's a fun job.
Yeah.
I think.
I love like being up and about, physical, interacting with people. You know, I'm like quite social. So it was really good. And then I got pregnant. Dun dun dun. I gained 60 pounds during my pregnancy. My son was born in November, so in August, that's when I quit my job because I was oh my god, it was
Summertime
so gross,
pregnancy,
you guys.
Melting.
Just dripping sweat and trying not to cry.
Would you
like,
just go in the
every
walk-in
shift.
of the restaurant?
yeah.
Yeah. I did that with,
yeah.
with my oldest. I was working at a pizza place.
And you just like take a rag with you.
Yes. And like people would come in the walk-in. I'm like, get out. Like in the
Like a
walk-in. Like,
cave.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's so hot. I
was so hungry all the time.
I thought pregnancy was supposed to be like you glow.
Shut up.
Oh no! You should just go ahead right now. Follow Amy Schumer and go back through her pregnancy, all through her pregnancy, and kind of learn a little bit what a terrible pregnancy is like.
Like my whole life, I was like, "Wow, pregnant women complain so much." And then I got pregnant, and I was like, "No one prepared me for this. This is horrible. This is unimaginable. I can't sleep." When I was 3, like the third trimester was the worst for me, dude. I was uncomfortable standing. I was uncomfortable sitting. I was uncomfortable. I couldn't lay on my back at all. I couldn't lay on my front at all. I could lay on one side for about 3 hours at a time before my hip would go numb.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You experience really fun things like growing pains. Like you remember your bones growing when you were a child?
Yeah.
My pelvis grew.
Yeah.
My pelvis grew during my pregnancy. Yeah, I
And
see
you
your
can
face
feel
over there,
it?
Zane. You feel it. You feel it.
Did you have restless legs?
No, but I did
you're
pass out in the shower.
Oh.
Yeah, you ever take a shower that was a little too hot for the baby?
Shower nap?
Yeah, no.
Involuntary shower nap?
Yeah, just a quick. No,
Oh my goodness.
you can't. Yeah, so
Wow, no, that has never happened to me with
memories.
That's good.
Jacki, what's your horror stories?
I don't really have. I do remember my second pregnancy. I had a midwife, and I was like, everything hurt. Like, this didn't happen my first one. And, you know, I was like kind of complaining. She's like, yeah, you're pregnant again. She's like, that happens. And the more you have, the worse it is. Like, yeah, and the sooner. Because I was like, all of this stuff happened in my third trimester, and I'm only like newly in my second. She's like, yeah. Get used to it.
Wow.
Because I had sciatic pain and I had restless legs and I had,
I just learned about breastfeeding like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
So now you guys are like blowing my mind.
Yeah. We talked all about breastfeeding and about all the different kind of milk that your breasts make. And
I have no clue how
And
this works.
it's not like a one stream. It's like a 10. It's more like a shower head that needs to be cleaned out, you know? It just kind of sprays everywhere. Yeah.
Well, lots to look forward to. So since you've had your son, how's life been?
Okay, so honestly, when I first had him, everything was horrible.
Oh,
Which okay, that's dramatic. But okay, so the first year of his life, like my car died. We moved from Broad Ripple down to like by Fountain Square.
Yeah.
And I wasn't working. So my entire social life was just gone, up in smoke.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, and so it just got to the point where I was like, let me out of the house.
I want to escape.
Yeah.
just like, I was like about to just start hitchhiking, you know?
And how old were you, or how old was he when you moved?
Oh, God. Young.
Yeah.
Okay, so we moved like Memorial Day weekend. He was born in November.
Okay.
So
Just a few months old.
right,
Yeah.
and we needed to move because before that, like for my whole pregnancy and like the first couple of months of his life, it was me, him, my boyfriend, and our dog in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like, I need to be in a different room from you.
Yeah.
Or else. And then, like, we went to the house and, like, you know, expanded and everything. And then I was like, I also need to leave this house sometimes.
Yeah.
Just sometimes. I'll come back.
Get some fresh air.
I'll come back every time. I promise I'll come back.
There is like a weird, like innate feeling when you have a baby, especially like a baby, where you feel like you can't leave the house, or it's just like very hard to leave the house. So I remember feeling that too, like cooped up, and I'm like, get me out of here, especially as a stay-at-home mom. It's so easy to just spend the whole day in the house. So that's rough, girlfriend. I feel that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So many things. Cassie's like, I'm scared now.
I know, right? Okay, let me say some good things.
Okay, yeah.
Let's follow all of that up.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like this has been kind of just like terrifying you, and I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm learning.
Right. So for me, one of the really big changes that I noticed since becoming a mom is like how I approach comedy.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So like beforehand, I was really just going with the flow, doing whatever, just really unprofessional about it. And I didn't have any sort of clear goals. I was just like trying to be funny, trying to have fun, trying to find out what I was doing. And yeah, since I've been back to doing stand-up, since having him, I've been like really goal-oriented. Like, I'm not going to go sit through a 3-hour open mic for 5 minutes of stage time when I have a kid at home.
Right.
So,
Priorities.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like the shows that I do go to, you know, the web series that I have created,
Right.
these are things that are just more important to me. So it's been really I don't know, it's been really rewarding, and I feel like having a kid really pushed me to stop just like dicking around like I had all the time in the world.
He's your motivation.
Yeah. And that's actually really awesome to hear, because it does kind of like change your mindset into being more intentional
Right.
how you spend your time.
Ooh, that's a good word.
Yeah.
You being intentional about where you spend your time, because every time, because I feel you, like I'll sit in, especially at work, because I work a 9 to 5. So there are some times where I'm just sitting there and I like don't have a lot to do, or I'm sitting in a meeting that just feels like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, my kids are like growing up, like
Right.
away from me right now. And
Exactly.
yeah. So if you're not intentional, if you don't think about it, then you know.
So is that a different feeling than like FOMO though, or is it
Yeah, I think it's a deeper ache.
deeper ache?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, FOMO is also so much more intangible, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And this is so much more like personal. Like, I don't know. It's like, so I'm making this web series, right? And it's like, at some point, I want my kid to be old enough that I can show him this thing that I made.
Yeah.
You know?
Like a legacy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So more of like a legacy than like I'm missing out. Like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine was more like I could be, so like an example I have is my youngest, when I went back to work after I had him, I gave up breastfeeding essentially because my schedule, because I worked retail.
Yeah.
So like
Right.
there was so that was a really hard, and like I cried about it a lot because I was like, I'm not ready for this. But at the same time, I had to have this job or we wouldn't have, been able to survive. So that's kind of like what I'm talking about. When I feel like I'm wasting time away from them, it just feels like
Gotcha.
I'm missing out on them actually like being alive.
Yeah. If
Like,
I'm going to waste time, it's going to be with my child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. If I'm going to waste time, it's going to be I'm sitting at home on my phone while they're doing something else
Exactly,
like, away
right?
from me.
So at least you're present.
Yeah. At least I'm physically there.
So tell us about this web series.
Yeah. I'm interested to hear about the web series you've been talking about.
Oh, this web series I've been talking
Yeah.
about.
Yes. And you mentioned it a few times. Tell us all about it.
Okay, so we are, oh my gosh. All right, so I don't even know where to start. Basically, if you've seen like the Colbert Report, the Daily Show, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, we're taking the comedy news concept and doing state and local news. So the idea is basically that if you're a millennial like me, you probably don't have cable anymore. You probably
True.
stream everything.
Yes.
And that means you don't have access to like local news. You can't just turn on the news. And then my other issue is like, you know, I have friends kind of all over the place. So when I'm looking through like my social media, the headlines are from all 50 states.
Yes.
And also international headlines. So it's kind of hard to find like one specific place where you can know what's going on in your state. And so we're trying to just create a web series that is informative, but also like just irreverent and fun.
I love that.
I love that too because we've talked a lot about, especially social media. One thing that I notice on my like Facebook especially is just headlines.
Yeah.
And everything that is put on my Facebook that are headlines is cultivated to me based on what I've liked in the previous things.
So you're in an echo chamber.
Yeah. So I love the idea of just like a broader something that I could watch that's giving me not just one specific story, but yeah.
And I love that it's specific to Indiana.
Yeah,
because
me
there's
too.
so much that we don't know that goes on here.
Yeah.
Well, and the whole idea is not just like there's so much that we don't know. It's like it's so much easier to take action with information that's relevant to the state that you live in.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in a way that makes it like funny, but how do you feel how certain people think certain news outlets have biases? Do you think you're going to be more like well, obviously putting a comedy edge on it, it'll have some type of you know, vibe to it, but how's that going to work?
No, that's been an interesting balance that's kind of just been happening organically.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to not let people get too soapboxy, you know, like we definitely are citing our sources. We're using actual figures. We're not making anything up.
There's no alternative facts. Thank God for that.
Yeah, there's enough of that. There's enough of that. So like,
yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at too.
Exactly.
Like, there's so much garbage out there.
Right, and we don't want to add to the noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this seems very refreshing.
Hopefully.
And what's it called?
The state of the Indiana.
Of the Indiana.
Of the Indiana.
So where did that come from?
We were initially we were going to call it Hoosier Source.
I know. That's a good one.
I know, but then that was already taken by some pesky student organization. So yeah, you know, we just kind of winded up with this because that's what we're trying to cover is like, that's what we're trying to answer is what is the state of the Indiana?
Yeah, like,
you know, we see these big issues, like what do they look like in Indiana? Yeah. So what's the state of the Indiana?
I think that's going to be great to watch, great to see because
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I'm a millennial as well, and that's how I get all my news. Like,
Right.
I watch Philip DeFranco. Like,
oh yeah,
he is my favorite YouTuber.
I do like Philip DeFranco.
I love him so much. Sorry,
I don't know who that is, but
you should look him up. He does news.
Okay.
He does a news show. Very like low editing. It doesn't really look like a news show. It's just him talking in a room.
I think I've heard of this guy.
Yeah, but he also does. I like that he cites his sources and he tries to not be
stay very neutral.
Right.
Yeah.
Be biased.
Yeah.
Too much.
Philip DeFranco, if you're listening, we love you.
We do love you. I love your wife, Lindsay, more though.
Just a little bit. And your babies. So, anyway, but I think you're right. Everybody streams, and that's how we get our news.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you know, instead of trying to take millennials to the news, I'm trying to take the news to the millennials.
Yeah. I love
Such
that.
a great concept.
Thanks.
So, the state of the Indiana. Make sure you tune in.
Yeah, where can we find it?
It will be on YouTube if you look for Eat the TV. That's our distribution partner. But an easier way to find us is probably just through our Facebook page, which is the State of the Indiana.
Nice.
Awesome. On Facebook.
And it was
on Facebook.
Eat the TV.
Eat the TV.
Eat the TV.
Yes.
Speaking of eating.
Oh, perfect.
Our topic today, I have another question for you guys that I know nothing about.
Okay.
What do kids eat?
Everything and nothing.
It depends on how many teeth they have.
Yes.
Teeth are a factor?
Yeah.
Of course, teeth are a factor.
When we were like talking about this topic, I was like, yeah, because like it's different because I brought it up. I was like, oh, it'd be fun to talk about that because like when they're babies, they eat something different than when they're toddlers, than when they're preschoolers, than when they're older kids. And she was like, what?
It changes that much?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. So how old do you think a baby has to be before they can eat like solid foods, like anything other than formula or breast milk?
I don't know.
I feel like solids is kind of misleading because it can be like think about like a
mashed
puree.
potatoes?
Yeah,
like
a
baby
puree.
food.
Sorry, that was mom lingo.
Right,
Solid
right.
food was mom lingo.
Yeah.
Anything other than just breast milk or formula.
Like 3 months? Is that right?
No.
Oh.
You probably could get away with 3 months.
So they have what you can get is called like, I'm doing air quotes, cereal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like rice or like I did rice. Is there anything other than rice?
I think there was also an oat one.
Yeah. So it's kind of like not, how do I explain it? Like
I know, right?
Very weird like oatmeal type of substance.
Like cream of wheat, but even thinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you mix it with formula or breast milk, and you can feed it to them at 3 months. And supposedly that's supposed to help them keep them more satiated and full, so they're not wanting to eat every 2 hours like a newborn does. But 6 months is the...
Side note, a newborn eats every 2 hours.
She says that because she saw my face.
Yeah. Cassie made a face when I said that. And sometimes, newsflash, they want to eat more than 2 hours. They want to eat all day.
And then they'll throw it up.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, I'm still hungry.
Yes.
And then you'll be like, but why did you throw it up then?
And their bodies will be like, because we're actually too little to
And
be
they
able to
just
handle all this.
communicate this by crying?
By throwing up.
Oh, okay.
And then, and then crying. Yeah.
Okay, so they throw up for 2 months. And then they eat oatmeal.
Oh, girl, they can throw up for way longer than 2 months. Yeah, because acid reflux in babies, especially little babies, is like the real tea. Like, that's for real.
Really?
There's a lot of split up.
Yeah.
Even if you do everything right, even if your baby's 100% zero acid reflux, nothing's wrong, everything's fine, your kid's gonna puke.
Yeah. And I had, but my two, I know my middle and youngest, they were like projectile vomiters. The middle girl, I'd be like, dee, feed her, she'd be fine. And then it's just like Exorcist. Jesus. And she wouldn't but she wouldn't cry. It would just be like, bleh. And I'm like, you good? Are you gonna be okay? And then we'd move on with life. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, okay.
So that's a thing.
Okay. Then they start growing teeth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's why I stopped breastfeeding. I stopped breastfeeding my son around a year because he had too many teeth. And no, that's terrifying. I am so sorry. Like, okay, this is a total aside, but I don't understand how men can put their penises in mouths where teeth are. Yeah. Because putting my nipple into my baby's mouth when he had teeth, I was like, no.
Those are baby teeth. Those aren't even grown up teeth.
I know. It was like some shit out of fucking Star Wars where it's just like,
oh my God.
Drop the
that
nipple
monster from Stranger Things. Oh, I was thinking Stranger Things, that flower thing with all those teeth in it.
Oh. Well, apparently everybody thinks it's scary because otherwise those monsters wouldn't exist.
Right. Yes.
But
So he got weaned.
Okay.
He got weaned.
He got weaned.
okay, so I've learned to stop comparing childcare to raising my dog.
Yeah.
I'm learning. But so are baby teeth for babies the same as baby teeth for dogs? Are they like sharper?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Okay. Question for you guys to chime in on.
Yeah, because I don't know anything about that.
Audience, maybe look this up and respond.
Let me know.
What's that? That'll be on our...
Because now I'm curious. Because
Yes.
puppy teeth they hurt. Like if you get bit by puppy teeth, like your whole arm's marked up.
So are puppy teeth sharper than their adult
Yeah.
teeth? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Are
because
they
they
sharper
have to.
or are they just smaller?
Maybe they're just smaller and they just feel sharper.
Because then if they're smaller, then wouldn't kids' teeth also be sharper?
That's what I'm thinking.
is
Well,
terrifying.
maybe puppy teeth and kids' teeth are sharper. Although puppy teeth would make sense, but kids, because they're not chewing as much.
Wow.
we will find out. Let us
feel like
know,
any
guys.
dentists?
Yeah, I feel like
Wanna
there's
go
some
look
like
us
really angry dentists right
Yeah.
now that are just like, I'm going to respond.
We've claimed that we are not
Not
experts. I was gonna say no longer experts, but yeah, not experts
Not at all. These
At
are
all.
our opinions and thoughts, and clearly we don't know anything.
at all. We've said that multiple times as well.
Yeah, we're just talking out of our asses in here. No.
But okay, so continue. Teeth are bad.
Teeth are bad. Teeth are bad on boobs.
Teeth
Yes.
plus nipples equals, ugh.
Okay.
Equals you got weaned.
All right. So then they eat the oatmeal, and then they eat
More of the
mashed
purees.
potatoes? Okay.
Right. So, you've seen like the little jars of baby food, like the little, like banana, whatever,
Yeah.
different stuff. Yeah. So the purees, that's kind of the next step up.
So baby food is not for newborns.
No, girl.
Gotcha.
No. No, newborns only sustain on either breast milk or formula.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm with you though. Like when I was also 20 when I had a baby, so I literally was like just a child myself, just out there like flailing. But I was like, but when do I give the baby water?
Oh, do they not drink water?
No, babies don't drink water. The breast milk or the formula does it all.
Oh yeah, the miracle of the milk.
Yeah,
we
the
learned.
The milk.
We learned. I know some things now. I am learning with this.
Good. So now I've got a 1.5-year-old, and he eats a lot of avocado. He eats a lot of bananas. He drinks a lot of formula. But he also is getting more into like starches and stuff. So like he can eat pretzels now because he's got like he only has 2 molars on top and 2 molars on the bottom. So like chewing stuff is still kind of hard for him. Like I don't think he could get through like a big crunchy vegetable right now.
Right.
But he can do crackers. He can do chips, like pretzels. That kind of like
harder
snacky, stuff. Yeah, like he can break it down.
Yeah.
Break it down now.
So I did think something that interesting. So he eats avocado. Another thing that's weird about babies, though, or like that age, is how did he do sweets? Like on his first birthday, did you do like a cake?
Oh yes.
And did he like it?
Okay, so first of all, his first birthday party is hilarious because it's just proof that I'm like not necessarily nailing as a mom. So
I'm
It's
sure
okay.
that's not true.
well, okay. So you know how like you picture a first birthday party and it's all these little kids running around? No. Like my son's first birthday party was adults drinking.
Girl, yeah.
And my son just like running around. And then so like we put him in his little chair and we took his shirt off and everybody sang to him and we put the cake down in front of him and he's just like looking at this like sea of adult faces. Like, what are you guys doing? Am I about to be sacrificed? How did you all know this song?
Yeah.
Those are probably his real thoughts.
Yeah, like when did you practice this song with all of these strangers, Mom? So it took him a while to like get into the cake, but then he was excited about it. But he was more excited about just being messy with it and like kind of like the texture of it than the actual sweetness because he's kind of weird about sweets. Like I gave him so you know the Reese peanut butter eggs?
Yeah.
The only thing
best
better than a
ones.
Reese peanut butter cup.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Agreed.
I gave my beloved offspring a bite of my Reese peanut butter egg, right? Because he's loved, okay? And this jerk just spits it out on the carpet.
Oh no.
I'm like, dude.
Like, who, sir, who?
But he likes avocado.
Exactly. But then, like, he loves avocado. He loves bananas. Because, I don't know. That's honestly what I really started with him. Like, because before his first birthday, he'd never had cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't really want to. He's going to have so much of that stuff in his life that I'm not in a hurry to get him excited about any of it.
Yeah. Same. We did the same. I didn't let them have, like, anything, like, unnaturally sweet until the first birthday.
Yeah.
But last year we went to one of our close friends, their child's first birthday party, and this kid straight cried like about the cake. Hated it. Didn't want it. He put it in his mouth, spit it out, cried. She had to like clean off the whole thing, put fruit in front of him. Happy as a clam. Loved it.
Wow.
Yeah.
They know. They know.
I know. And I sent her the video. I was like, I have a video of us singing and like him eating his cake, but he was crying the whole time. Like, I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Oh, man. Have you guys seen reasons my kid is crying? Just like in general on the internet?
Yes. If you haven't seen it, it's basically like a picture of a child crying. And it's like, reason my kid is crying. And one is like, I wouldn't feed him dog food. Or I wouldn't feed him.
The joys of parenting.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like that's another topic that we will dive into.
Like, why do kids cry about random ass stuff?
So,
Yeah,
but does it happen to food a lot though? They cry over food?
Not for me. Like, for me, my kid, he wants whatever I'm eating. Like, his favorite food is literally whatever's in my mouth.
Yeah.
Like, if he could just reach his hand into my mouth and pick out my food, like, that's what
Like a little baby bird.
Yeah.
But they could be eating the exact same thing you're eating. We're all eating the same thing, but it's like, no, girl, yours looks better.
Right.
I want that.
Yeah. The plate and the fork that you have, that's what I need.
Yeah.
That's what I really need. Another side note, I don't know if other kids do this. My son is obsessed with forks and spoons.
Yeah?
Like, if you try to take him away, that's when he'll cry.
Yeah.
He will march around all day, not hungry, like he just ate, but he'll march around all day with a fork and a spoon, and just like that's his best friends.
Right.
Oh, okay. So this is one thing we need to talk about.
Okay.
All right. So baby food used to come in jars, and now it comes in pouches.
Yes.
I am obsessed with those pouches.
Like Capri Suns?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh.
But like, it has like, basically it has like a twist top, so you're not like stabbing a straw into it. It's got like its own little thing. But then you just like squeeze the thing into your kid's face. No utensils needed.
Yeah.
Boom, wham, bam. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
Like, good to go.
Thank you, Jennifer Garner, for your Once Upon a Farm and your little because she just launched like one that she does at grocery stores in the cold section. Yeah.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy.
Yeah, my kid got the Aldi brand.
Ooh, I do. Aldi though is the shit. Like,
Okay, yeah, like
don't
let's
sleep
not-
on Aldi.
Let's
like,
not talk shit about Aldi.
yeah, because I love Aldi.
Side note, okay, this is right. Ugh, don't get me started on Aldi.
Right.
But really quickly, for any parents listening, Aldi brand diapers are the cheapest brand of diapers that do not give my baby a diaper rash.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I wish I would
Yes.
have done that. Although I cloth diapered two of my kids.
Ooh.
Yeah. I know.
I have 3 children and I cloth diapered 2 of them.
I roll. I had to wash their shit by hand. Don't you just like, really praise
And
me.
it just made me love them even more.
Yeah, I didn't hate myself every day for that. It's because I was poor.
Right? Well, that's why I'm saying Aldi brand. Like,
Well, I mean, that is food related because
Yeah.
that's
Oh my God. Yeah. Because actually, when we were talking about the baby food, because especially if you breastfed, when you switch to those solids, that poop is different.
Really?
Yes. The
Yeah.
poop is actual poop. Like,
What is it before?
it's like, I mean, it's like, so especially, I keep saying especially, but for real, like when you breastfeed, the poop is different. It's like, whatever. It doesn't really smell. It doesn't, like,
This is an adult show.
I know.
We are mature.
I'm holding it. I'm keeping my shit together, ladies, okay?
we're talking about poop. The duty that comes out your booty.
Breastfed baby poop doesn't really have a smell. It's like this yellowy, seedy color. It's so like not anything. I didn't think. I mean, it was still kind of gross.
Yeah.
But it's not like gag worthy. It doesn't have this pungent, like you're gonna vomit just from smelling it. Yeah, maybe you do just get used to it.
And then the new poops are just a surprise.
because they're all different colors and they're like actual
Textures.
poop. Yeah, it's just bad. You'll learn this as a parent because you notice. I mean, yeah, we're laughing a little bit, but like poop doesn't faze me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Poop just doesn't faze me. Like,
there might be poop somewhere on my outfit.
yeah,
right
I'm
now.
sure I've
I
had
don't-
poop in
I
my
don't even
hair
know.
before.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It just kind
yeah.
of.
It's
It just exists.
well, and that's another thing when you have a
in the
little
ether.
baby. The doctor is like, when did the baby poop?
Oh my God.
And so you're like tracking like how often has this baby pooped, and because that shows you that their bowels are working.
Oh,
and yeah,
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, because Cassie's
That they're
face was like,
not
why would they
dehydrated,
ask
that
you
they're
that?
not. Yeah. Yeah. Fun fact, you like for pregos that might be listening. I downloaded a baby tracker app to like monitor all of that stuff, and I use it for the first month. And then after that, you just kind of like get into a rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that first month, literally the first month of your child's life, you're going to be insane. Like I was like waking my baby up like, are you still breathing?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because you're so scared of like SIDS and the doctor.
And they're so little.
They're so little, and you're like, how are you actually alive outside of my body?
And like, why did they just
How are you living?
like doctors just like let me take you home?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and if you're in the hospital for a while, or at least like a day or two, you're like so catered to, and like the nurses come in and they check everything and they make sure you're doing everything right, and then they're just like, okay, bye.
Right. Right.
Walk you out the door.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, how do I take care of this?
So yeah, how did you know when to switch from any type of food to the next step of food? Like, does your kid tell you?
I kind of
Or do you just like be
feel
like,
like-
here, try this?
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like
Hope you don't die.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I don't know. Part of it was like my son definitely has always been interested in what I'm eating.
Okay.
That becomes like a lot easier for him to communicate as he got like more physical, and now he can like climb things and he'll just like grab the food out of your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely like, well, but then also just Google, like
Yeah, the internet helps.
yeah, like you get those email updates of like your baby's this many weeks, and like you just sign up for a bunch of shit,
And it
then,
tells you.
exactly.
We live in the
exactly.
future.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to know everything. You just have to know how to Google everything.
Yeah.
That works.
And you'll kind of like know, and it'll say, especially on the little like baby food pouches, it's like step 1, step 2,
Right.
step 3 of things you can feed your child. And they also say there are some things you can't feed them, like babies can't have honey until they're
Or
1.
strawberries.
Yeah.
Honey or strawberries?
Correct.
Yeah. Strawberries, that's a newer one, because like when my oldest was little, that wasn't a thing. But I think they're finding more people have allergies to them.
Oh, okay.
So, and honey
Ooh,
for sure.
what's your take on peanut butter?
I love peanut butter.
No, but like introducing your kids to peanut butter with all the peanut allergy
Oh,
stuff.
I think do it. Yeah, my kids don't have peanut, but I also don't ever deal. Okay, I'm gonna preface that with I haven't dealt with a peanut allergy. I have no one in my life like immediately connected to me that has peanut allergies. So to me, I'm like, I love peanut butter. I'm gonna feed you peanut butter. Hopefully, let's roll with it, and you don't have a peanut allergy.
Right.
How
Yeah.
have you dealt with peanut butter yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Reese cups.
Right?
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Exactly.
I pay attention. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Ooh, somebody over
Taking
there.
notes.
But yeah, okay. So I actually read this thing that completely abstaining from peanut butter during your like infancy, toddlerhood would make you more likely to develop an allergy.
Yeah.
So when my son was like a baby, I would take like peanut butter, like I'd eaten peanut butter on my hands.
Right. It's like a little like bit on
exactly
your finger or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
And so I'd like put that on like the bottom of his foot and just kind of see if there was like any sort of rash, any sort of hives.
That's an awesome idea.
Yeah, and like he never had a reaction, and that's when I felt like, okay, I'm gonna actually let you eat this. I think you're not gonna die.
Ingest it.
Right. Yes.
That's a really, really good idea. I've never even thought about that.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I just heard that like actually having that exposure at an early age can lower peanut allergies.
That's what I've heard too.
So my question for you is, since you only have a 1.5-year-old,
Yes.
do you have any questions?
Oh my God, I have so many questions.
Okay. I'm here. Rapid fire. Let's go.
Right? How do I do it? Okay.
Question number 1.
Bye. No.
Did you ever have a point where your kid went from eating whatever you were eating to being really picky?
Yes.
Go on.
Yeah. I'm trying to think exactly when that happened, but I know for sure we deal with it right now on a daily basis. Like things I'll make prior to like when they're baby sitting in a high chair, you just feed them whatever. And they're like, that's cool. Let's do that. But I don't know if it's because I've had an older one too. So it's kind of like trickled down to the younger ones that it has been like that. But they go through phases. My girl, she'll be like, that looks nasty. That looks gross. It smells gross. I just know. Like anything green, I'm like, girl, all right, whatever. So I'm very much in the camp of I'm not making multiple dinners. I'm making one thing. This is what we're eating. If you don't want to eat it, you're going to be hungry. Like, sorry, you'll eat at breakfast.
Oh, here's another food question for a mom of older kids. How old were your kids when they first made a food item for themselves?
Okay, the good question. 3 or 4.
Wow.
And that's like cereal.
As I said,
though.
okay.
Yeah, like that's like pouring cereal. My
That's so impressive.
my 5-year-old makes toast.
Okay.
Yeah. The 7-year-old will make toast. My 10-year-old just now started. I gave him like free reign, but I'm also kind of OCD And I've been learning to kind of back up a little bit and not be so controlling. So like the 10-year-old now is making his own on the stove, like grilled cheese and
Master Chef
yeah,
Junior.
right. We're trying to get him with that.
So like with the pickiness,
Yeah.
is there, if they don't want to eat it, are you just like, go make your own thing?
At this point with the 10, 11-year-old, yeah, I'm like, if you don't want this, you can make your own dinner. I'm not making you anything else. Like this is what I've made. If you want something else, you can handle that. I'm not doing that for you.
Yeah.
Have you tried any tricks to like make your kids eat things? Because I just saw this article about, it's called salad icing, but it's ranch.
Oh God.
Dressing.
Dressing.
It's just ranch dressing.
Kind of terrifying.
Right? But it's literally just ranch dressing. They're advertising it as frosting.
So that way kids will eat salad.
Okay.
So have you ever tried anything like that? Or do you try it with your 1.5-year-old? Like eat this?
He like if I want my son to be excited about eating anything, all I have to do is eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
literally.
you want to try
That's the
this weird
baseline.
vegetable?
Yeah.
Mom's going to eat it too.
Yeah, exactly. So if he knows that I'm excited about eating something, he's like, oh, that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that, maybe like as they get older, you kind of lose that cool factor, and they have to start thinking, oh, this is gross. This is cool. This.
So yesterday I made they're just in the frozen section at like Walmart or Kroger or Meijer, wherever you shop probably. They were cauliflower tater tots.
Oh.
And I didn't tell them that they were cauliflower tater tots until they literally ate all of them on their plate. And I said, sucker, those were cauliflower. Because my middle girl, she doesn't like cauliflower. If I just make it, she's like, and I'm just like, you just ate a crap ton of cauliflower, girlfriend.
What'd she do?
Burn.
She said, ew. And I said, you ate all of them. So, yeah, I don't know. So I have tried things, though, where I mask vegetables in like a puree or something. I was trying to think specifically what I've done that with. I found a recipe for a healthier mac and cheese where part of the cheese sauce was actually just butternut squash pureed. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it because I'm like, I think my kids would notice. But I remember when my oldest was a little bit younger, Jerry Seinfeld's wife had a cookbook out that was literally all about hiding vegetables in your kids' food.
Oh.
And like how to sneak them in. I think it was called like Sneaky Chef or something.
I just need to figure out how to hide vegetables into my boyfriend's food.
Right. I think you could do the same thing though. You could puree, or because I think it was actually like a tomato-based sauce. You put like, you put like
that's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, like a squash or something in there, and you puree with it, and you're like, this is just spaghetti sauce.
Throw this back out to the audience listening. Do you have any good recipes?
Yeah, put some in our
Yeah. Let
I will
these
steal them.
moms know. And
Right?
Yeah.
Drop those recipes.
And just wait. I just am like, just wait though until your son's a little bit older, because my 5-year-old, if he is in my house, he's like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. He'll eat. And so I'm like, okay, have a snack. I'm hungry. Okay, but you just had a snack. I'm hungry. I'm like, get out of the kitchen. Get out. We go hiking a lot, and I'll put little snacks in their backpack. And I always say at the beginning of the hike, because I mean, we hike. Like we do like 5+ miles in a day when we hike. So I'm like,
that's what she does.
Here's all your snacks. That is it. What's in your backpack is it. You decide when you're going to eat them. He has before like gulped them all down, and then he's like, I'm hungry. And I'm like, I told you. Those were all your snacks. And then he had to deal with that.
Snack packing lessons.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Well, I want to take a second and thank you for being here today also. We really appreciate all your information and all, I appreciate it. Jacki already knew it. I appreciate you sharing, because obviously you've seen my face for all this. I don't. Like, I have zero experience with kids. Right. I babysat a long time ago, but I was like 12.
Yeah, right.
So that doesn't count.
Right. Oh my God. Have you seen I digress. I was going to just do a tangent off that. There's a thing on Facebook that was like, me, 12, put kids to bed, sleep on the couch. Me, 30, none of my kids are sleeping, and why don't, like, I can't take care of them. What is happening?
Yes. I thought I was like so good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know I couldn't stack up right now.
Right.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
But we really do appreciate you
Thank you
being
for
here.
having me.
Yeah, and
This has been super fun.
I love talking to other moms and just
Yeah.
like getting other feedback and other ideas and
Make sure you like the State of the Indiana, right?
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
That's right.
It's about to launch, and it will have episodes up.
Yeah, by
Yeah,
the time
by the
this
time this is
airs,
up.
Yes.
there will hopefully be multiple episodes up.
and you should watch them because they're going to be amazing.
I'm really excited. Our first episode, the topic is potholes. And
Oh.
right. And like, why? Why?
Dear Indiana, why? So to end today, we're actually going to tie it back into the news. And it's a game kind of like catchphrase or secret word where I have found 3 news articles. And I've pulled just words from these articles. Some are from the headline, some are just dealing with the article itself. And you guys are going to guess what the word is, and then we're going to talk about the news article that this is.
And I know you
pulled
guys
from.
can't see us, but we literally have not seen anything.
True.
Nothing. We have no clue what
Yeah.
these
I have it
articles
in a
are.
very top secret notebook
Yes.
that is held to my breast.
Yeah, it's been clutched to her bosom all night.
We're combining our game and our news segment together.
Woohoo!
Oh, and it's me and Ari playing.
Yeah, Kassie and Ari are playing because I have had. Allegedly, I've won every game, but actually, I haven't.
We went back and listened to the tapes and reviewed them. Jacki is not our champion. Yeah, controversy.
Yeah, there is like a little bit of a
Well,
controversy.
move over, ladies, because I'm here to take the crown.
You got
Ooh,
this.
yes. Okay.
Smack.
So essentially in this game, I'm going to try to get you to guess a word without saying the word.
Got
and
it.
whoever says it first gets the point.
Pickle.
Yeah, that's it.
Rainbow.
Orange.
Yeah.
7.
Baby teeth.
Okay, ready? And we're gonna
Okay, I win.
Okay, get serious.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
First word. You lie a baby on top of it.
Changing table.
Bassinet.
Yes.
Wow.
I just used one of these.
Wow.
It's only because I just changed a diaper.
Congratulations. You totally won that.
Okay.
I'm so competitive.
won the
I'm
shit
sorry.
out
Oh my god, you won this. You were so fast. Okay, 1 point for Cassie.
Yes.
Next word. In the men's bathroom. It's
Urinal.
Not the yeah.
Oh.
Oh, we got a tie. Okay, this one is more obscure.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
This is a 2-word.
Oh.
First word. It's kind of like a bear, but it's a marsupial.
Kangaroo.
Koala.
Oh.
Okay, so first word
Koala
is
care.
koala. Yes, girl. Yes.
I would not know that. What's a koala care?
Okay,
It's
so
the
this
public changing table things that like fold down from the
So
wall.
this
Right.
ties into our first news story,
Okay.
which is
Yes.
John Legend has teamed up with Pampers to fight for changing tables in men's restrooms.
Oh, thank God.
I know.
Is that a thing? Do they not have them?
No,
No,
they
a
don't.
lot of them
Honestly,
don't.
I've been to some public restrooms for women that don't even have them.
Yes.
Yeah, and you just have to like.
What are you supposed to do? Yeah.
make
What
it
do
work.
you do? Oh,
Well,
yeah?
I in protest have gone back out to the restaurant and just changed the baby in the booth.
That is ball staple.
Because I'm like, what are you gonna do? Kick me out? I'm paying money to eat here.
That's
Like-
amazing. Yeah, your server is gonna be like, I'm not getting.
Well,
paid
okay, and
even
I'm
minimum
still
wage
like,
to care.
Yeah.
I'll check to make sure it's not a poopy. I wouldn't check. That's kind of rude to change like a straight nasty ass poopy
mean,
But
diaper
those are the ones
in the
that you have
restaurant.
to change. You know, those
Yeah.
are the ones where it's like,
Yeah.
I need to change this right now.
Yeah. So, John, I don't know the full article. That was the headline. I read a little bit of it. Like I said, he's teaming up with Pampers to put so many
Changing tables. That's great.
in public places.
Men's rooms. Yeah. No, that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
I know. I agree. And I love that it's like a guy like championing it.
You know, one thing I have seen is that outside of where you enter and it's like men's versus women's, like that
The
entry,
family.
Well, no, but like that entry space.
Oh, yeah.
having a changing table there, so it's like mom can use it, dad can use it. You know, but it's still kind of in a sequestered bathroom space.
That's really nice.
That's
Oh,
one
that
thing,
is nice.
right? Yes, and those are kind of rare to find, but they're nice.
Yeah. So this one is Pampers is doing a Love the Change campaign where they're trying to put 5,000 Qualicare changing tables in public restrooms in high needs areas by 2021.
That's cool.
Nice. Good for them.
I
know, right?
And John Legend and Chrissy Teigen.
Right.
Oh my God, that was actually another news article that I looked at. I don't know if you guys follow her on Instagram or any other socials, but she's probably the funniest person I've ever seen.
Yes.
Very funny.
Recently she did.
I'm actually the funniest person you've ever seen.
That's true.
She's
Because
number
I've never
two.
seen. Yeah, well, I've never literally seen Chrissy Teigen in real life. But
Right.
she held a candy.
Hey,
court.
Chrissy Teigen, if you're listening,
Yeah, we love
get
you.
on the show.
Yeah, you're so funny. And she held a candy court with Luna, her oldest, for her to plead her case on why she needed a piece of candy.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And Luna just going, because I want it. Yeah, it was adorable.
Next
the
challenge. I'm going to
challenge.
win this. I'm going to win it. I'm a winner.
right.
She got changing table, but you got
Yeah.
urinal and Qualicare.
Oh, that's
So you
right.
get
I got
so you get the
urinal.
point.
You know, I always forget about the urinals.
Yep. So you got the point for that one.
Can we talk about the shiwi? No. No.
No, but girl, I hike, so the shiwi is up my alley. I could talk about the shiwi.
Is it up your alley?
It's up my valley, if you know what I mean. Heyo.
Shiwi is not a promotional sponsor of this podcast, but we are taking donations. Question 2.
Okay, article number 2. Okay, are you ready? Your first word. If you're not walking, you are
Running.
Yes,
Ah. She is good.
Because I'm a show runner.
yes, that's right. Okay,
Ooh.
Get it.
second word. Being with child.
Pregnant.
That was a tie.
That was a tie.
I'll give it to you though because
Okay.
that was so close.
Yeah.
It was so close.
Okay, tiebreaker. A very long run.
Marathon.
Yes.
You just said hiking, so like every word in my
I
head
know.
is hike.
like mountain. So this article I found is that they did a study with Duke University saying that being pregnant is like running a 40-week marathon.
Yeah.
Really? Well,
Yes.
I know that now from this first part of this.
I know.
I can't believe it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy. They don't prepare you for that.
Really?
No.
Like, I thought pregnant women complained too much. I was like, oh my God, it's not that bad. And then I was pregnant and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Well, and my best friend was pregnant about a year ago. She was miserable during her pregnancy. Like she left work early. Like
Dude, it's hard. And like the fucked up part is like you're supposed to be so happy and so excited and so grateful. And it's not that it isn't amazing. And it's not that like, dude, seeing my belly move and like feeling my baby kick, that was awesome. But to try to pretend like, oh, it's no big deal. Like that's just it's not
It's
accurate.
rough.
It's
Yeah,
it's hard.
and
it's
it is-
hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever done physically.
Yeah, where we were talking earlier, where we're like, well, let's bring it up, and I'm like, yeah, but I love that you talk about real stuff because I think it's so much people being like, but I'm glowing and I'm with child and I just
Good for you,
I
bitch.
already love this baby so much. I remember being like young and being like, I actually hate being pregnant. What's happening? Like, why am I only watching movies and shows where the women are like gallivanting through their pregnancy and I feel like
Hallmark.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
I can't see my
yeah.
feet. I've got cankles. Like,
Girl, okay. Yes.
you've got veins poking out places you should not have big ass
You're
veins.
changing colors.
Yeah, you got this line on your belly.
You don't even know, like literally to this day, so I used to be able to go into a store and be like, oh, this is what will fit me. And now it's
Yeah,
a mystery.
yeah, you never know.
Like my feet
Your body's
changed-
just so different.
My feet
Yeah.
changed sizes.
Really?
Yes, my boobs obviously changed sizes. And then like, okay, so like my boobs changed sizes and then I stopped breastfeeding, they changed size again. And like
It's
You're a different person.
yeah. Well, like even like she talked about her like your pelvis stretches and your hips.
Does it go
grow.
back?
no,
No,
not your pelvis.
not your pelvis and not your hips.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
hold
no,
on.
not
Full
really.
stop, though. Full stop. This is very important information. Your vagina does go back.
Yeah,
Okay.
Your vagina.
that is important.
Yes, your vagina snaps back.
She snatches herself. Your snatch snatches.
Yes, your
girl.
snatch will be snatched.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Pelvis, no. vagina.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, priorities, man.
Yeah,
You gotta,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Anyway, let's go back to going back to this. The Duke, it was Duke University, because I want to cite that we are citing sources. Duke University did a study, and it looked at participants in the triathlon.
Yeah.
Where they did, well, actually just as a 120-day race across the USA, and found that pregnant women expend the same amount of energy as high-level athletes competing in this 4,800 kilometer race.
Oh my goodness.
So
good job, guys.
Yeah,
Round
right?
of applause for you. Round of applause.
Yes. And all you pregnant people right now that are in the middle of your marathon, you got it. You can do it.
Just
You'll
keep
get
going.
through it.
Just keep swimming.
So essentially at
Take a
this
lot of breaks.
point, Ariana's winning. Like
She
even if I
is.
did the other article,
I just want one more.
Okay, one more. Okay, we got one more.
All I do is
All
win,
right.
win. No
That
matter
we can't sing it because we don't have the rights. But
Exactly. We can say it. We
Yeah.
can say
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
okay, so this one is just a funny one.
Okay.
Oh gosh. All right. So the first word to guess. It
Is it
is
just one word?
part of the
Or is this a
Avengers. He's part of the
two-word thing?
Avengers.
Captain America.
Nope.
Hulk.
And he has the hammer.
Thor.
Yes.
I am like a Marvel maniac.
I know. I really thought you would get that one.
I know.
Okay, second
Faster.
word. Second
okay,
word.
Okay.
Oh Lord. Your it goes on your boob.
Bra.
And you use your hand
Pump.
sometimes. Yeah.
Breast pump.
Yes. Yeah.
I got one.
Breast
I
pump.
got one.
A Thor breast
No.
pump?
It was the second word.
Oh.
It was the second.
Wait.
Oh, you
What?
thought I meant two words.
Oh.
No, Thor was the first one. Got it. You got it. You won.
These are
Second
separate.
word. Sorry, it was completely separate.
I was like, there's a Thor breast
Sorry.
No, we haven't
And-
gotten to that
we
part
haven't,
yet.
we haven't gotten to the news story yet.
Near did not milk my titties. Like, what?
I mean, they have to have
That was-
something after
that was-
Endgame.
That was the second.
All right, what's
the
the
third word.
Yeah.
This is completely separate. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. It's a place where you pick up medicine.
doctor?
Pharmacy.
Yes, pharmacy.
I don't get out much.
So this is a story. We should have been like, can you guess what this news story is?
I
now?
know,
Yeah.
right? Hold on. Let's talk about this for a second.
Okay, so
Like,
your words
let
are
us guess.
Thor, breast
Breast
pump,
pump
and pharmacy.
And pharmacy. Okay, so
You go first, and then I'll guess.
You get one guess.
Obviously, somebody was trying to get their breast pump from a pharmacy, and then lightning struck.
Ooh.
I'm thinking that someone used a fake Thor's hammer to break into a pharmacy to steal a breast pump.
Oh, excellent.
Ooh,
All right. Are you
I
ready
like
for
that.
the real
Yes,
news story?
yes.
This
No.
was an interview. It
Ours are
was
better.
part of a game that Chris Hemsworth did with Jimmy Fallon on The Late Show.
Oh.
So he told a story about how one of his very first jobs was he worked at a pharmacy. The pharmacy rented out breast pumps. So at 14, he was learning to clean out breast pumps.
Oh, wow.
good.
No, pop culture
So-
on your little mom, non-mom section.
Yeah.
Notice the non-mom is like, oh yeah, pop culture.
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Yeah.
And the moms are like,
But sorry, Kassie, Ariana won that.
Okay, it's all right. I'm used to losing now.
pew 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 pew.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We really
Round of applause.
Yes.
Yay.
And again, thank you for coming. We really
Again.
appreciate it.
You guys have been so cool. Literally, the last time I did a podcast, it was so awkward and horrible.
Oh, no.
Thank you guys for being like cool. I'm not in a basement. I'm not wondering if I'm going to be allowed to leave.
Yeah.
This is great.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And that was my nightmare a little bit where I was like, is this going to be awkward? But it's been amazing.
Yeah, right?
You're
This has been
amazing.
great.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
It's been great.
Yeah, yeah.
And this was we dubbed it Mom Non-Mom.
Nom nom.
So and thank you guys all for listening too.
And make sure you get on your socials and you check out The State of the Indiana on Facebook.
Like, follow, share.
Yes.
Do that for us too.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. And again, if you're a mom,
Or a non-mom.
you're doing a great job.
You got this.
Bye.
See you next week.